right, so what the fuck is up, guys? We here with another episode. I had to come back, sitting here eating my little fajita, stopped and got me some El Nepal. Just got off work. But today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit, excuse me, because I got shit to do. So we gotta eat and talk. I'm going to slow down. So today's episode is going to be about a little bit about religion. You know, just my take on religion. Nothing major. You know, it's you choose to believe what you want to believe. But I tell y'all all the time that my life is very interesting. And sometimes I feel like I'm super duper anointed by God because of the stuff that comes my way. And it just be mind blowing, like how I can be somewhere minding my own business. And then my phone just start going crazy. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is texting me like this? Who the fuck would text me like this? And I ain't gonna put him out there, but somebody's texting me. I guess they done seen some of the videos that I'm doing now or whatever, and they done got inspired to start doing some shit, and they wanted me to see what they was doing. So I'm listening to it, and he's asking for my feedback. I give my honest feedback. I give my honest feedback. It wasn't negative or nothing. I was just like, this is the comparison that I used. I was like, motherfucker was like, they was trying to do music. I was like, well, it sounds more like narrating, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of like spoken word type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't, it don't sound like you rapping, you know what I'm saying? It sound like you talking more than anything, you know what I'm saying? Not, I don't know other shit, but how can you don't throw a bowl of noodles on a stove and then tell your kids or your family it's barbecue chicken. It's formulas. You can't, it could be music because you got instruments playing and stuff, but they have genres of music. They have like spoken word or, all type of rock and roll, all type of different genres of music. I ain't gonna go through all that. You understand. So all I was saying was, have the music formula. If that's what you're trying to do is music and rap or sing, whatever you're trying to do, and then put your formula to your twist to it. But you have to follow the formula, like 4 on the floor, 2 bars, 4 bars, 6 bars. You have to, you can't waltz it. 1, 2, 3, fa la la, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like, nah, you're not going to be able to do it like that. Some may be able to, but it will be different. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you think about, the song with the waltz, the fa la la la, you know what I'm saying? If you listen to them, they sing it in threes, like tears be the dun 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 dun, because it's 1, 2, 3. That's all I was saying to the homie, bro. It's rhythms, and wants to preach. I asked a simple question: you preaching? I said, brother, why you ain't showing your face? Show the people who they talking to, because you become more relatable. People out here going through the same shit like you. But I know what it is. You camera shy. And instead of you, like I said, it started out slow for me. I used to be conscious that I'm sitting here talking to the camera and I'm putting it on the internet. And as I got to do it more, it was just smooth. All I was asking is why you don't show you preaching. It's memes of old light-skinned cat that had that little church hotline where he was cussing and all that shit, like talking about playing Tupac and shit and all that. I know y'all done seen them memes, but I'm saying this nonetheless. All I was speaking on is why you ain't showing the people something that they can relate to. Motherfucker, and I'm popping like that and shit. But a person get into, that's why I don't deal with people, and that's why I back up, wait for people and all that, because the Lord's got his idea for me and all this. Like, look, bro, straight up, I didn't contact you. I didn't call you. So since we own that subject, and I'm going to make this episode for you, I wasn't even going to be on that, but I'm going to make this for you. Let's talk about that. Religion, the Lord. What do you know about that? You can't get mad because somebody's not accepting your form of religion or your oppression. Y'all, like, bro, y'all pressed out. And something else that I want to add is that a lot of people might not know this about me, but I was raised in a Christian family with my grandmother and my grandfather and everybody, and my father and my aunties and all that. But then I became a Muslim and I took my Kalima Shahada because I started to doubt certain things. This is like when I started to make it at Transformation, when I started, soaking up knowledge, and I started to learn about things, and I took my Kalima Shahada and I became a Muslim. And then I met the first female surgeon of Pakistan, and, she introduced us to the Wahhabi and a lot of stuff about going on in their country. And at that point, I was just like, shit, man, I'm done with this, because at the end of the day, I feel like I might be associating myself with the wrong groups of people, because we don't know who somebody was 100 or 200 years ago, because all we being told is versions of his story, not history. It's being told by somebody else. Like, just think of the versions of the Bible that they say is missing this person or missing that person out the Bible. Like, who gave them permission to not teach about that? Or even bigger, we can get smart on it. The 219 condemnations of Aristotle by Stephen Templar. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Templar was somebody very, very influential, very monumental, very substantial to the Christianity and the Christian Crusaders movement. And I'm saying he condemned the work of a man that walked the earth before him. So I'm saying, who gave him permission to say that this man didn't go through that? But if you look into the condemnations, what gave him the gall or the power to condemn these teachings or these sayings of Aristotle was because they didn't align with the Bible. That's what it says in the college text. It says that Stephen Templar condemned the teachings of Aristotle, the 219 condemnations of Aristotle, because they did not align with the Bible. So you can't tell me that these people didn't have an agenda, because Aristotle walked the earth way before any of this shit that we believe in. But we don't believe what he said. We believe everybody else. We believe the George Washingtons and all these other people, but we don't believe in Aristotle. We don't believe in these scientists. How you gonna believe in Einstein but not Aristotle? Like, it don't make sense. But to some people it does, and I'm not one of them. Answer me this. How is it always thank you, Jesus, when it's you that did the shit? How is it always thank you, Lord, when it's you that did this shit? I just want to know, because what I'm taught, what I've learned with my own ears and eyes, seen, read in text, and me doing my due diligence down there at, the Catholic Church. Me doing my due diligence down there at the Catholic Church, making refugee packages, seeing how other people I live, or whatever adventures that I got into, helping the kids at Peace Hospital, with the program, the Peace Points, or creating all these different programs that I created, helping people with opportunities and everything. Like, how did I get on the path that I got on if I don't believe in something? How do I get blessed with the people in my life that help me succeed or help me go to the next level? Or, how does God give me the blessings? Like, I done been in crazy, wild situations, bruh. Not knowing how I was going to get myself out of this situation. Not knowing, like, what the future may have held for me. But all I believe in is God. I don't believe in nobody's books. I don't believe in no form of a prophet or none of that, because, I can get deep. I showed y'all on one of the other episodes of his story. If y'all listening to me, did y'all look at the Leah Remini episode about the Church of Scientology and see how the ties that they got with Tony Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan? Like, this man won awards. Tony Muhammad won awards at the Church of Scientology. These are two different religions. What are they giving each other awards for? Because they networking. That's all it is. I'm not hating on it. I'm saying they networking. They bringing people in to be believed. People like T.D. Jakes and Joyce Myers and all them different pastors and, huge pastors and stuff. Like, man, I ain't never bought into that shit. I truly believe that, just off my experiences, and I give you, My grandmother Shirley, she was a holy roller in the church. But a lot of people will tell you, boy, Memo turned her eye. She bet, hey, Memo turned the cheek to a lot of shit that was ungodly. Maybe she so turned the cheek. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna get it. I got an auntie. Hey, boy. Hold up. Hey, boy, I got an auntie. We used to pass out in church, okay? And she would come in our dreams or our sleep. Man, I'm telling you, listen to me. Hey. I know y'all know. If anybody know my auntie, y'all know which auntie I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say her name. But if my cousin watches, you watch any of my episodes, nigga, you know we were scared to death to fall asleep in church. Nigga. I mean, looking for your mama, because she be looking at us like she about to snatch our soul. I tell you, the people that I see real close to that book, they single, they real distant, they like, you need to go to church. They ain't gonna never help you. They gonna pray for you. They gonna pray that it work out for you. But in all reality, you the one about to put that work in and get it done. Hence, you don't eat, you don't grind. I mean, you don't shine. You don't shine, you don't grind, you don't shine. Yeah, hence, you don't grind, you don't shine. You got to put the work in regardless. How black people, white people, we are lost. I'm going to put this food up, but I'm going to say again. Black folk, white folks, fucking got heartburn. I was thirsty. Excuse me. All right, I'm done eating. So we back. But yeah, we lost as a culture because we constantly trying to push this oppression onto people. It don't matter what. Like my partner that I had that situation with today, he don't know what's going on in my life or what the situation may be. You know what I'm saying? He don't know which changes or blessings that I had or what done changed in my life. It's a serious shit. Last time I spoke to that man, I had found out something about my health. You know what I'm saying? That I was a diabetic. I found out I was a diabetic, and I went to his crib trying to find out how I could reverse it, how I could put it into remission. You know what I'm saying? Man, he left me knocking at the door. Car was outside, heard him moving around in the house and everything. He left me knocking at the door. And the irony of that whole situation, even when he messaged me today, he messaged me all the shit that he had going on, blowing past the last time I seen you, and hey man, if anything, but he did get to it eventually after he, gave me all that he had going on. He was like, yeah, we can start working on your health now too. Cause he's real dope with that shit. Like I call him a little shaman because he cured himself. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, we can start working on your health, brother. I've already been on it. I've already been taking the pills that I should be. I done already brought my shit down. I actually already got it into remission. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go through none of the phases no more. I don't take the metformin. I don't do none of that shit no more. I take multivitamins and supplements every day. And I drink like 10 treasures mushroom and some other shit. But yerba magic. But the irony of you thinking that I was going to wait, that's been about 2 years, bro, for you to give me some help. But then have no issue messaging me how you feel and what you trying to do and what you got going on, but get offended because I asked you one simple question of why you ain't showing your face. I'm not trying to tell you how to do your thing. I just simply said that you will have a bigger following if you show your face. You scared to show your face because you camera shy or whatever reason that it may be, like when women wear makeup and shit. Like, I don't know. But the way that we go about things, sometimes we don't realize, like, bro, I was in my own world. I was cool, chilling, laid back at work, all this. And you messaged me. So to tell me that you cut me off and all this shit and all that shit, like, bro, listen to me, brother. I don't have to believe in what you believe in. I ain't bothered nobody. I wasn't looking for nothing. I ain't checked out none of the shit you going on. I don't be scrolling through Facebook trying to see what the next person's doing. None of it. You can ask my baby. If I'm on TikTok or one of them motherfucking social sites, I'm listening to the news and what's going on in our world, bro. What's going on around us? What's going to really affect us? I'm not caring what nobody else got going on, bro. I'm going to do me every day. I done been behind tons of people in this music, but all of us are. That's why religion is the way that it is, because people need something to believe in. People need something to be a part of. That's why you got Crips and Bloods and everything. People love to be a part of something, no matter what. I don't care what it is. Just like you got people gunning people down these streets, you got pastors' wives and husbands and stuff coming up, unalived and everything, and murders never being solved. You got these flamboyant pastors in the black neighborhoods. I can't make this up. How can this be the base of life, but the people that are representations of God, like the pastors and the imams and all these people are the people that they are? You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna get into. I'm just saying they're the people that they are. I ain't gotta speak on nothing. You ride through the hood and go to a church. You know what I'm saying? Ride through the white neighborhoods and go to a church. They coming through on segways and all that. Like, how is that? What does that got to do with God? I learned a saying when I was in college. I learned a saying when I was in college, and I told y'all this. It's courtesy of Miss Monk. She said that the saying was, when they came to the land, y'all had the land, they had the books. When they left, y'all had the books, they had your land. Like, how can you, as a conscious man, know what goes on in the world, and they give you a book that says a man died for your sins? But it's at every chance you get, it's laws put in place to keep whites and blacks in their place. I don't care how you try to choose that. You can't take away my knowledge of, I know white folks that live worse than mentally than black folks in the hood that try to blame everything on the white folk. Like I said yesterday in the other episode, when that young black boy is coming up in the hood, or that young black guy with drive or hustle that's doing something, trying to be somebody, making some money, when he ends up unalived or something happens to him, what happened? Who did it? Was it some white man that came through the neighborhood and killed him? No. It was his partners backdooring him. Like, where do these terms come? Backdoor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Set up. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's he was done. It was done by his own people. But in the same sense, it's the same with the white community, fam. Like, it's the same way. It just don't, the narrative is not, oh, he killed that young black man. She poisoned him. Or the car, the brakes didn't work and he drove off, or he can't be found. Like, come on, the Crystal Rogers that was just up in Bardstown, that's a white girl. And they never found her body and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you have, even like I was telling baby yesterday, it wasn't a black person in that room recording John Snyder when he was saying all that shit. It was a white dude in there recording him. But the media played that white man shot that black dude. That black dude shot that white man, and y'all buy into that shit, and y'all believe that one group in particular is responsible for holding you back, or one group in particular is coming to try to take over the neighborhood. That's why we can't come together and get nothing done, and that's why people like Bibi Netanyahu get on fucking the world stage and talk about he owns Donald Trump and controls Donald Trump and the U.S. and all this. Like how? Because y'all caught up in these books trying to push this oppression on shit. Y'all trying to make everybody depressed and make everybody fear something. The Lord, the Lord, the Lord. Like, okay. Like, bro, keep that shit with you and your groups and your followers. But I'm saying, fam, even before you hit me with all that shit, you already know where I stand on with that shit. So the fact that you come back around trying to push it on me, I'm going to say this. I ain't got to boast or brag. God put me in a situation that I was in when you abandoned me. When I came to you for help, you wasn't there to help me. So you this God-fearing man all of a sudden talking about the Lord this, the Lord that. Well, guess what? The Lord closed the door on you for me. And I ain't been checking for you not one time, brother. And you come out the blue with 1,000 messages and I don't even trip. I accept it. But then when I don't do what you expect me to do, it's a problem. And y'all wonder why I have the opinion that I have about shit. Because I'm saying this. Bro, what you eat don't make me shit. I don't have to accept what you accept. We can agree to disagree, but talking about, that's why I cut people off and I don't deal people like, bro, I never once, I offered you to come do a show to talk about some shit because of what you was on with the religion thing and I could have spoke on it. But in all reality, fam, I don't need you for a motherfucker. I had a motherfucker, like, this is real shit. I had a person that I'm picking up, driving around, filming, taking back home, bring the film to my crib, bring it from my computer, from my camera to my computer, put it on a program, I edit it, and then I give it to him for free. Tell me that he think that I'm jealous because he's having success where I failed. Well, what happened to that success? What happened? If I'm this bad person and what I believe is the wrong narrative that I'm painting in life, why do I have the blessings that I have? Why, when I don't have nobody to depend on like the so-called friends that y'all call yourselves, why do God always got me, bro? Because if it was up to some of y'all, bro, I would really be fucked up. But I don't believe in y'all. I believe in God. So that's who I'm going to put my faith with every time. I'm not going to never be disappointed or anything because I don't expect nothing from you. Now, will I give you my 2 cents about a situation? Like, yeah, I came and did an episode about what me and you talked about. But as soon as he said the 2 words that I didn't want to, I hung straight up on him, didn't say nothing. Told him lose my number. Miss me with that pressed out Bible shit that you want to come on. I'm not saying that the Bible's full of shit, but I'm saying I don't have to accept what you going through. Brother, you down there cooped up in that motherfucking apartment, losing jobs, going through whatever you going through because of your train of thought, dog. It ain't because of nothing else. It's because at the end of the day, you harboring an oppression. You harboring a false ideology that somebody is going to come save you, that somebody was hurt and he died and he hung on the cross and he did out like, nah, bro, that's a, like, you having you building your life off of fictional characters, because I'm saying when you ask, when a person like me asks you to prove it, show me some shit, you can't. But you expect me to show you so much on why I don't believe. Like, nah, you ain't showed me nothing to believe. You ain't showed me that you've died for the sins or whatever the fuck it is, because people out here still struggling. Kyron Lacey just killed himself, and we all thought that man was guilty, and it just come out that he was innocent. They showed him all on the news, convicted, the cop. But I'm saying this, them people that they the murderers, because they convinced this man to kill himself. But where's the accountability with that? It ain't none. But you expect a person like me that don't give a fuck about your opinion to hold myself so accountable because I don't agree with you. Like, nah, bro. Like, you know, I had a situation at work. I asked the guy, hey, man, you know, I use these materials every day, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I done bought this man food and everything. I asked this man to not put his backpack on shit that I use every day for my job. Do you think he gave a fuck about the food I done bought him and looked out for him and all the sodas or whatever that I done purchased for him and all that? No, bro, he came in and set his backpack right on my shit. So who's the one that's being petty? Me if I throw his backpack, or him for sitting his backpack on there after I done came to you and asked you politely? That's what I'm saying. Like, to you it makes sense, but to me it don't. It makes no sense. Like, I know that I have this mentality to where I'm not turning the other cheek, and some of you motherfuckers feel the way that y'all feel about shit. But I'm not violent trying to start nothing. It's just that I'm not no bitch. I'm not no pushover. I'm not no push around. I'm not a follower. I'm not interested in the direction that you going in. I live my own life. I control my own cipher. I do my own thing. I'm not looking to see what the next guy got going on and trying to steal some of his sauce or get a fix. Like, nah, bro, I'm doing me in the best way that I know how. You know, so so I see that I've been 20 minutes on this, and I ain't want to even give it that much more time. But I just, like I said, I just wanted to briefly touch. So I see that I've been 20 minutes on this, and I ain't really want to give it that much time. But I just wanted to briefly touch on this religion thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot, and I'll get into it. We could get into it more on another episode if y'all want. You know, comment. Some of y'all watching the videos, go in the comments, say something, give y'all 2 cents. I'm saying I'm not the type of motherfucker gonna get all offended. If I think that you on some bullshit and I don't agree with you, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna ignore you. But if I feel like what your comment warrants some feedback, or you kind of like misguided, I'll give you some honest feedback. We can start a debate, you know, but I'm not expecting shit, so I'll be surprised. Always. So with that being said, man, it's your boy King Remy, aka Mariah, and it's been another episode of Long Winded, and I hope y'all fucking with it. But I just wanted to, you know, get a little bit of shit off my chest, ramble a little bit about this little situation, because I promise you, I don't go looking for it. It finds me, because again, I say that I truly feel anointed by God, because I feel like my partner need a little straightening. You know what I'm saying? You need to understand, brother, that you need to get your life together. I'm Gucci. I could care less about you cutting people. Like, brother, I had to unblock you so you could message me. Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, I'm choosing to be peaceful as fuck. I had to unblock you. So, I mean, I don't know what else to tell y'all. It is what it is. I'm not trying to clean up nothing, earn no respect. I don't feel like I was wrong for whatever the fuck I may have said or whatever I did. It was just a disagreement, and I stand on that. Like, and I'm rolling with it. So for you to come back a couple years later and think that it's gonna be any different, that's your fault, bro. Like, it wasn't mine, you know. So it is what it is. I'm out. Peace.